Start streaming. Hi. I'm testing out my stream, just in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing. I don't even know if you can hear me. Hang on. So... Hi, Max. Hi, Cheyenne. Did I say that right? So I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. So I'm going to do a live stream after Christmas for a pretty big unboxing of different things. And right now, I actually had the intention of just testing this out. Unfortunately, I guess I went live, and now you guys are here. But welcome. Thank you for being a part of this. I was wondering why I couldn't even change the title, and I think just because I went live, that's why. So, oh well, it's part of the process. But can you guys hear me fine? Slight echo in the audio. I think I know why. Okay, so thank you for pointing that out. Let me see if I can remove that echo. Is that better? Let me know if, oh, probably not. Hang on. I think I should just mute this. Okay, mic test. Mic test. Is that better? I think you're echoing through your screen cap or something. Okay, echo audio, slight echo into audio. Nice, thank you. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. I'm so sorry that I went live. I wasn't, I mean, look at me. I'm just about getting ready for the day, and I guess I'm live right now. But so this is my setup. I'll do a little quick tour, which is kind of cool. I'll put this aside. I will leave my mouse here, and I'm using this huge desk with this very wide. I'm sorry, I didn't even clean the desk. Very, very wide table that I have right now. And with this wide angle, I mean. And the idea is for me to just have my face right here on this side, I think, of your screen. And then I will, let's just do this real quick. So this is a pretend unboxing thing. And the idea is for me to have this figure right here, or whatever product, and I can just unbox it. And I'm hoping that even the audio can be captured. So you guys let me know if it sounds okay, if there's still any echo. Are you screening with OBS or something? I'm actually streaming with OBS, and I'm not really sure, Max, how to adjust it. I know the bit rate is up, because I remember people were saying that the bit rate was too low. The frame rate is low because I'm not sure where I have to adjust the setting. All I thought, oh, you know what? I think I do. Let me see. So settings, video, output stream. Huh. So I might have to exit out for me to figure that one out. But this is the idea. And so I think this is a big enough space. Then you guys can get to see my reaction or my impressions as I unbox something, right? So let's see, I'll put the screen here so I can at least see myself. Okay, awesome. So I'm using, quick tour, I'm using the Rode Procaster with the pod mic that is mounted on the PSA-1 arm for my main audio, and I have my A7 III mounted here on this arm pointing down using this very, very wide lens with a microphone mounted on it. I was hoping that this microphone would capture any of the sound when I open this up, but I just thank you for the input, because I then just realized that it's going to cause this echo. So I'm just going to scrap that idea, which is fine. And I have a light here that I can adjust the intensity and brightness if it's too much. So maybe something like that. But yeah, this is the idea. So I think from this point on, most of my tech stuff is going to be set up like this, just because it's easier for me to actually churn out content, and it doesn't require me to wait for weeks to come up with an idea and then shoot it. Obviously, if I get like really nice like special things, I'll say I can still review it the normal way. But for the most part, for most of the collaborations that I get, maybe this will be a better solution. So I can get more content out there, because it takes so much time to create these. Okay, let me see. You should cap frame and bitrate at the highest possible afterwards. Okay, I'll do that, Max. The overhead cam is laggy. Oh, is it? Is it laggy? That's weird. I'm still using OBS. It's still the same thing. Lower the quality or increase the bitrate. Okay, I'll try that one. I'll definitely try that one. So, what am I unboxing right now? You know what? Just for giggles, I actually got this new toy, and rather embarrassingly, this is for me. My wife and I went to Costco, and that's where I found the Ferrari that I have that's displayed on the wall. But unfortunately, it's gone. I can't find it because I think my son took it. So it's somewhere. And then I went to Costco just recently with my wife, and I saw this. This is a special edition Ford Mustang fastback, and they're pretty common, but I mean this figure. But at Costco, I noticed that every Christmas time, like the holidays, they'll start to push out more of like the one of the more rare items, and this is something that I've actually haven't seen that much. And I also got this one. Oh, it's too bright. There you go. This is a Camaro, and they're both made by Milestone. This is actually my favorite sized scale, 1 to 18, because it's big enough and it's detailed enough, without being way too big or way too small. So I love these. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. Maybe I'll open that some other time, because I want to display them, but I don't have a place to display them yet. Okay, let me see. The camera feeds aren't synced. The overhead is slightly delayed. Okay, how do I figure that one out? Craig, overhead isn't too bad. So you're opening up your Christmas presents? No. Actually, yeah. In that sense, these presents I bought for myself, not for Christmas, but just because I wanted to get them. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy myself anything for Christmas. Funny enough, I did buy something that might be interesting to some of you, which is for myself. And sometimes I try to not share it, because it's a little bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. But I guess I shouldn't be embarrassed. So this one I bought a while back as a gift to myself. So yeah, it is an Optimus Prime deluxe scale collectible figure from Sideshow Collection. And I know I shared this on my Instagram stories a while back. Oh, too bad. The glare is just way too much. So maybe. But yeah, this is the one thing that I bought myself. Just because. So I guess this is my Christmas gift. And I did open it already. So, but if you guys want to see it, I can open it for you. Let me just see. Dark Cleaver. Thank you. Thank you very much. Michael Bay would be proud. I know. This wasn't by Michael Bay, though. I mean, this is, I'd say, have you seen the movie Bumblebee? I think it's actually the better Transformers movie, if I'm, personally speaking. In the beginning of that movie, they show the original versions of Transformers as if, like, how I would have imagined them before Michael Bay destroyed my childhood. So this Optimus Prime is from that version, and it looks awesome. So if you haven't seen that movie yet, check it out. I think you'll like it. Hi, Andrew. So for those who are wondering, I am just testing my stream. The idea behind this is that when I start unboxing any tech products or any product basically that's interesting, I'll do a live stream instead, because it's much easier for me to create content in this form rather than, filming myself and then editing them and then just trying to come up with all these crazy things. But for me to be able to push out more content to you, I need to be more streamlined. I need to be a bit faster. And this is a one-man show, and it's a little difficult, to do all this by myself. So I think this is the best solution that I'm thinking of, theoretically speaking. Who knows? Who knows how this is going to happen? And the idea, the intention of this stream originally was I just wanted to test it out, but unfortunately I didn't know I actually went live. So I was looking for the button that says, go live or go public. And apparently it was already public. So, let me see. That's not my phone. Let me see. Just answer some questions. Happy holidays, Andrew. The soundtrack is legit. Yes, actually, the soundtrack is legit. Are you talking about Bumblebee or the Transformers? Bumblebee's soundtrack was legit. Tech Cluster, yes. I'm not really sure. So I guess since I'm here, I might as well just hang out with you guys and chat if you like, even just for a little bit. So one of the great things about this setup that I am very, very happy about is that I got this. Let me see if I can move this. The M1 Mac Mini about a week ago, and it is seriously quiet. Like, I'm throwing everything at it that I can, as a content creator. 4K. I mean, I don't shoot 6 or 8K, but 4K video, and it's just eating it up just like nothing. And right now, I'm streaming with 2 cameras. The Procaster's connected, and it's not making there's no sound, basically. Sometimes I wonder if it's on. I mean, obviously it's on because I'm on, but no indication that it's actually, there's no hum. It's not even warm. Yeah, it's a little bit warm, but like how you would expect a machine to work, but it's not. It's relatively cold still. How are you liking the pod mic? The pod mic is my favorite right now. I've tested it recently, and we are not recording a podcast, excuse me, until next year. But is that Siri?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Wasn't talking to you, Siri. Anyway,
I'm not sure I understand.
So the pod mic is actually my favorite. I like the sound that comes out of it. Like, it's weird because microphones are so subjective, like the sound. So I like the NT1 that I had previously. I like the NT USB Mini, but the pod mic is my favorite so far. And I got that recommendation from Tom Buck. If you guys follow his YouTube, I do, and he has really, really great reviews of microphones, and I really love it. So, Michael, this is a question for you. What's your opinion on the new iPad Air 4? I tested the iPad Air 4 recently for a project, and I honestly like it. I mean, the hard part about iPads is that they are also, I mean, just iOS products in general. They're also very, very similar when it comes to user experience. So it almost is just a matter of pricing. So what do you want? A bigger screen? Do you want the higher refresh rate, which the iPad Pro offers? Which that's what I like. That's what I have, and I have the older iPad Pro, and but everything else feels very much the same for the iPad Air. So if you want something that's entry level, but doesn't feel like entry level, the iPad Air I think is the one to buy. The only thing you're missing out would be the refresh rate, and I don't really use the cameras on the iPad Pro or any other iPads. So that's my number one recommendation. Get the iPad Air because I think it just performs just beautifully. So for media consumption, general productivity work, I guess, just like emails and typing stuff out. Like I still use my iPad Pro for typing. And yeah, if you like that, then I would recommend it. Are you going to do a Mac Mini desk setup? I am thinking about it because I don't have enough desks. Actually, I don't have enough space at home. That's the problem. But I'm trying to work on a desk for my wife because if you follow me on Instagram, I shared, I think recently, that or maybe I didn't. My wife has been working out of my office in the last few days. So it's been a mess here, like more like messier than usual. Um, so I'm trying to work on an office setup for her. I wasn't really intending of sharing it or anything, but maybe I'll put the iMac there. So for now, it stays here on the gaming desk. Oh, my stream for my overhead camera just stopped. Huh. So how do I fix that? Let me see if I can reset it. Maybe I'll reset it. Let's see. So I'll add another one. See, these things are what I needed to learn. Basically, the little mistakes that are bound to happen. That's not it. So this one, oh, well, I guess it's not, my overhead camera is not showing anymore for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off. And then I will... See, this is what I'm afraid of. Like when I'm streaming, then something like this happens, which, like I said, is bound to happen. Let's see if it detects it. Huh. It is not detecting it. I wonder why. I wonder if I pulled something. Did I pull something? No, everything's connected. Everything is fine. It might be something that I have no idea why. I don't know. I don't know why this isn't working. So I'm going to scrap that idea for now. And I'm just going to increase the size of my face so that you can... I don't know if it changed for you guys. Anyway, so I'll figure that one out later before I end the stream. Let me just answer a few more questions before I go. Hey, Jay, I got your email. Thank you for emailing me. Rajiv, the microphone quality is way better than last live stream. Thank you. I wanted to hear that. So I'm glad I'm doing something slightly right. Sangran, I might get a M1 Mac Mini. Always wanted a Mac, and this looks promising. Let me just say this. The one that I got is the highest spec one, which is basically the highest spec that you can get for an M1 Mac Mini. And so it has 16 gigs and I forgot what else. But basically, yeah, the highest spec one. And yet, what I paid for it is still cheaper than the most expensive spec iPhone Pro Max that you can get. That kind of blows my mind. So it's a high recommendation for me. Just for the computing power, just like, what else are you going to do? Aside from spewing out specs, which is not my forte. It's not really my thing. I approach it from a very practical standpoint. Like, how do I use it as a content creator? What do I do with it? The only hiccups that I've found so far is that because I'm also a graphic designer, I use a lot of Adobe products. And the only thing that really works for them right now would be Lightroom and I think Acrobat. Although I was able to install Photoshop and InDesign, they're still quite buggy. But that's the only thing that I've experienced so far. Final Cut is extremely fast. It's kind of ridiculous. Um, yeah, no hiccups when I'm editing video, which is great, which is the main idea for me getting this. So yeah, Sangran, if you're thinking of getting one, this is definitely it's almost like a no-brainer because you can get like the 8 GB version one, and I think you would still be fine. Grant, what did Grant say? Hi, Tommy from Hungary. Tom Buck was also the reason I got the pod mic and have been loving the way it sounds. For the price, I think it's a no-brainer. Exactly. It's what, $99? I think it's definitely my number one as well. Omar, do you think I can create YouTube video constantly by my smartphone with Boya M1 mic? I don't know what that microphone is, but definitely with your smartphone. There's really no reason why you can't create content nowadays. The only excuse that we are always giving ourselves is that we don't have enough. But remember, a lot of the content creators that you follow started with nothing. And I definitely didn't have all of this when I started. You can look up my first few videos. And before that, actually, I started making videos on YouTube a while back, but it's more family centric. And I made that into a private channel because it's my family. But that was me basically getting my feet wet in content creation. And I'm just using like a little point and shoot camera. And even to this day, when I view it, I still think it looks good. I still think it sounds good. And it's really just what the content is. What's the context of your channel. So if you, whatever, depending on what you want to do, I absolutely believe that you can do it using your smartphone. Okay, let me see. JLN props. What's up? Jack. Oh, wait. Sorry, my eyes are so blurry right now. Frame rate is wonky with the scale up. Oh, okay. So maybe that's it. I need to, you're right. I can see it. Okay, hold on. I think I know where the setting is weird. So I'm going to put myself in the center. It's going to be really small, but maybe this frame rate will improve. Hi, Jack. I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Oh yeah, okay. Never mind. Derek says I've been eyeing the Mac Mini M1, but really holding out to see the iMac refresh. I am still on an old 27-inch cinema display for design work. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, if my 2015 iMac wasn't so slow for my 4K video editing, it's still great for most of my design work. So the bottleneck for me was really video editing since I started creating more content. And I think iMacs are actually really great products because it's a single solution to most of your problems, I think. You have the screen, very minimal. It's so easy to just set up and just, it's beautiful. It's still my favorite screen out of everything. Granted, I have not seen the $6,000 what is like new monitor that Apple has, but the 5K iMacs are my favorite screens. And yeah, they're most likely coming out with M1, M2 versions. Those are going to be fast, I imagine. But this Mac Mini is awesome, especially for the price. I just want a small computer for the days to take apart my PCs and wanted to learn how to use Mac OS. Dude, try it out. I think you'll like it. If you can find one, because I know they're kind of like everyone's buying them. Hi, Chris. Late to the start of the stream. Hope it's been working fine. Not really. I mean, it's you guys are keeping me company, and I really appreciate that. But the original idea was, I mean, look at me. I didn't even fix my hair. But I was just setting up for my stream after Christmas because I wanted to come up with, do a little unboxing. And I didn't know I actually went live. So my bad. But thank you for being here. Kushagra, it's lagging slightly here from India. Okay, I need to figure this one out. Why it's lagging. Christian Banyas. Love your videos watching from Portugal. You are very calm and clear while talking. Why, thank you. I don't think so, but thank you. That definitely was due to a lot of practice and a lot of failure. So if you are thinking of creating content and you feel that you cannot speak in front of the camera or you're awkward, I feel the same way. And I can promise you that the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more natural you become. So I still feel like I'm very far from that, but reading what you just said made me feel a lot better. So thank you. I've heard a lot about the M1 chip. It sounds absolutely incredible with the MacBook Air. Yes, my friend Chelsea Horn has one, and she didn't really think she was gonna like it. She bought the pink one because that was the only thing that was available, and she doesn't even like pink. And I said, "So are you returning it?" And she's like, "Nope. This thing is so awesome that I'm gonna keep it." So she's using that instead of her $4,000 16-inch MacBook Pro, which is basically the same thing that I have. I mean, mine is not the 16-inch, but when I bought it, it was about that same price, which is crazy. It's really, really crazy. Kyle says, what is the best keyboard for Mac OS? The keyboard question. So the keyboard question is always going to be interesting because it really depends on what you want. If you want an absolute seamless experience, get the Magic Keyboard, like the one that goes with Apple products. They're always going to be like the best battery life, the best connection. My preference is the Logitech MX keys for Macs because I like the way the keys feel, and it just gives me a lot more options than the regular Mac. As far as connection goes, I've had a little bit of hiccups like here and there, but that was to be expected. It would be like I would lose connection for a few seconds. It's not every day, and then it would reconnect. But it's so nice to be able to switch from using my laptop to this MacBook, I mean this Mac Mini, and to the PC using this one keyboard just by clicking, the three programs that's available to you. Okay, what is the best mechanical keyboard for Mac? I'm not going to answer that one because when it comes to mechanical keyboards, I'm very, very new. And again, it goes back to preference. So I've used a couple so far. My favorite was the one by Grove Made, and what was that again? The expensive one. I did like an unboxing and just like very quick short feature of it. Key Cult, that's it. That was the best, but it was also a one-off, so it was like a one of one, and someone won it. So congratulations to that person. You are very, very lucky. Let's see. Do you think that using a TV as a monitor is a good idea? I don't need the color accuracy, neither the refresh rate. Then I guess it is a good idea. I guess it's just a matter of size. So maybe you're just looking for something that's a little bit bigger. In my first setup, when I used to live in a different house, I definitely used a TV. And so I can switch from gaming to computer, gaming to computer. Yeah, I didn't really have any problems with it other than the refresh rate was always kind of wonky. I mean, is that even yeah? And the color accuracy, like you said, is just really weird. But if that doesn't bother you, then I don't see any problems with it. Do you think that you? Oh wait, Josh asks, are you talking about the KVM or something? I just got in here. I was talking about the Key Cult. Wait, are you talking about keyboards? Key Cult and Grove Made collaboration. What is the best way to be with my normal personality when I shoot my YouTube videos? And do you prefer to write a script and write full script or just highlights on script? That's a very good question. So the best way to be yourself is to practice, because when we are in front of someone, even if you're not in front of the camera, you're always putting your best foot forward, right? When you meet someone for the first time, you're always like, hi, my name is this. And you start to highlight all the things that are great about you. That's natural. That's natural for people. And that's like writing a resume when you're applying for a job. The same goes with YouTube and Instagram, and anytime you actually appear online. And it can start to feel very unnatural. So over the course of what, maybe 2 years, I've really tried to actually there's just this year because I really just started um, making more videos this year. I really just kept practicing and practicing and practicing. And then the things that I felt like were not me, I started to eliminate that. So I started to speak more. I started to keep my mistakes in there. I started to admit them and own up to my mistakes. Like, yeah, you know, um, I'm basically just trying to be myself. So practice definitely will help you. And as far as scripting goes, I used to write the entire script and then read them, but then that felt very unnatural, and it was always difficult for me to read the entire script and then make a mistake and then reread the whole thing again. So now I just write highlights, right, bullet points. So what I would do is if I were talking about something, I would write the bullet points and then just like remind myself, okay, oh yeah, talk about this, and then stop, and then write more or go on to the next bullet points, talk about that, and then stop again. So I do it in segments. It's easier for me. But I imagine if I keep doing it, it'll just become more natural where I just talk like this. The problem with me trying to wing it and not follow any script is that if you know me, I talk way too much. And I definitely respect your time. And I don't want to spend an hour and a half talking about one single product. So that's pretty much it. Um, Love knowing that my words made you feel better about yourself. They did. Thank you. Keychron K2 is a really popular mechanical keyboards for Mac OS. Oh yeah. Yeah. Keychron. That's what it is. So I don't have one, but I know a lot of people do. Hello artist, and I'm using the TKL Keychron K1. Man, you have such a little tiny bit of an accent, and I love it. What do you mean? I don't understand. My Filipino accent comes out sometimes, so I mean, it's just me. That's part of who I am. By the way, I think the streaming issue might be due to using Wi-Fi. It's probably not ideal. Yes, actually, that's true. But I do have a cable that's connected, Ethernet cable connected to my Mac Mini. But I have been experiencing a lot of um, internet issues lately. So let me see. I think. Hey Bobby, what's up? How's that new gaming PC working for you? Did you get your RTX 3080? Not yet. I have not gotten it yet, so it's just frustrating me. It's really frustrating me. I see a lot of people that I follow are getting theirs, and I'm like, how are you so lucky? And they said that they literally just went to the store, I think Micro Center, and they found some. But I don't have a Micro Center near me. There's no Micro Centers here in California. I don't think so. Fry's is the next best thing, but they're very far from where I live. And from my understanding is they're actually going out of business. So I'm not even risking going there to find most likely nothing. Best Buy is a no-go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So my only options is really to look online. But as far as the gaming PC goes, it's fine. I actually started playing this game. My God, it's so hard. Have you guys heard of GTFO? I'm sure any gamer, any of you who are gaming, who are into gaming, might have heard of it. And it's still in the beta phase, I think. Or is it alpha? Where it's not a fully released game yet, but it feels like a fully released game, and it's really difficult. So I suck at it, but I started playing that, and it's pretty good. I like it. That's what I mean. That accent slips through on some words, and it just sounds nice. You like that accent? Interesting. Thank you. It's on the back order with the PS5. Oh, the PS5. That's another frustration that I don't know how I'm gonna deal with. But I mean, I'm not really too worried on the PS5 because the games that I really want to play are not out yet. So I'm not worried too much about it. I'm more worried about where I'm gonna put the PS5 because I've seen pictures of it, and that thing is huge. So I don't want it sticking out in like where we have the TV right now. I don't like it sticking out like a sore thumb. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way that I can incorporate the look and the size into the design, the overall design. So that's actually one of the projects that I'm trying to figure out right now. Basically redesigning the entertainment center of our home so that I can put the PS5 there and make it look like it belongs there and doesn't look so awkward. So that's one thing that I'm trying to get started next year. You got super lucky, able to get it. Oh man, you're so lucky you got it. 3070. Hi Gabe. I just set up my desk last night and thought about your videos. What's your favorite cable management system? Sorry, there's a chopper that's flying. Cable management, I just stick everything underneath. You know, I buy a bunch of the cable ties and Velcros. I know Daily Setup Tech has a really good recommendation because the ones that I got, they always come off. So Sangran, if you can share that one that you said was really good because it keeps everything under the desk, I would recommend that one. Bobby, your lighting is always nice. What do you use for your backlight? Backlight, I have nothing. I have a floor lamp by Dyson that's like just shining on the background, just so there's a little bit of separation between me and the dark area right there. So that's the reason why I do that. Omar says, by the way, I love people who talk too much, like me and you. So I asked you about the script. So thanks for your answer. It will help me to when I start my YouTube channel. I'm preparing now. Good. Congratulations on your decision to start making content. You know, good luck to you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Josh says, I live in the South, so the typical accents here aren't very alluring. I find other accents really nice. I don't like my accent, to be honest with you. Michael Evans, I'm thinking about getting a new maxed out M1. Hey, is this I am Michael Evans? Is that you? To replace my 5-year-old iMac, what are your thoughts? Oh no, I think this is a different Michael Evans because I have a friend who's Michael Evans, not Evans. Sorry. I was actually just talking about that one. That this is the maxed out version, and this basically can do pretty much everything that my $4,000 MacBook Pro can. And this is still cheaper. The maxed out version is still cheaper than the most expensive iPhone Pro Max that you can get. So think about that. Bobby says, same here. I've been trying to embrace my Filipino accent when it slips up sometimes. That's okay, man. Just let it slip. You know, no one really minds. I think it's just Filipinos who mind. And it's just part of, you know, like you feel a little insecure, but that's okay. Embrace it. That's you. Key light. For the key light, I'm using, what is this? This is an LED panel that I found on Amazon a while back. I don't have the links right now, but I'll try it. I'll remember that to put that up on my site. Tell me about the Dyson desk lamp. I've wanted to get one for a while now, but it's hard to justify. I don't even have the desk lamp. I have the floor lamp, which is basically that price tag, the $800 one. I honestly love it for what it is. Like, it's a nice light that you can control the color temperature, the intensity, and you can adjust the angle, and the ambient mode is just really, really nice. It adds a very specific mood to a space. But if you're trying to justify a lamp for that price tag, it's really hard to justify it. Would I recommend it? If you have the money and if you really like premium products that is actually useful and adds a certain mood to the space, which is what lighting is. Lighting is, it adds a certain mood, right? It does two things. It illuminates and it adds a mood. So if we're just talking about illumination, then there's a bunch of other lightings, products that you can buy. But if you're looking for something that adds a mood and a theme to a space, that's what you're paying for. So if that's a specific look that you're looking for, then yes, I recommend it. But if you're looking for a product to use for it's basically its intended purpose, which is to just light things up, I won't recommend it because it's just way too expensive. But I love it. Cable ties, yeah, second on cable ties. I think yeah, there's one that you recommended that you said that really sticks because mine keeps falling off. Hi, Josh. Josh says, I'm an audio professional, so basically everyone in that space uses Macs because they are super easy to get around, to get started on. I use PC because it's so much cheaper and runs just as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone can really beat the price per performance of PCs. But if you're looking for something to streamline your work and to make it easier and faster, more efficient, and just like a lot less headaches, then maybe the premium is worth paying for, right? So think about your own workflow. That's what I would recommend. Although the Mac M1 right now is really hard to beat, I think. Christian says, I hate Windows OS. Can't say I hate it. It's just I'm not used to it. What would you recommend as a desk arm or a wall mount for the TV? I don't want to drill the wall, and do you think it's a safe option because of the weight? Yeah, when you buy wall mounts, you're gonna have to look for the studs behind the wall. So basically, you use a stud finder and make sure that it actually holds on. Right? There's a bunch of different products out there, and I say just look for one that can easily hold the weight of your TV, depending on the size. If you don't want to go that route, you can also get, because I remember in the old house that we lived in, we didn't really have a wall to drill into. I mean, we did. It's just we were renting back then. I was what, like 20s or something, and I didn't want to ruin the wall. So what we did was we bought this console. Basically, it's a table. It's an entertainment table, or entertainment center, which is really small, but it has two shelves, and at the top was like a tabletop. And behind that entertainment center was a built-in arm that can hold the TV up to like 50 inches, I think. So that's another good option. It's still minimal and no drilling required. You just mount it on the thing. So, and it doesn't take up too much space. So maybe you look into that if you don't want to mount it. As far as arms go, I would always, like, first thing I do is make sure that it can support the weight of the TV. So there's a lot. I haven't really found a favorite yet. Because I mean, so far, from the ones that I've been using, they all work fine. Hello, Alif. I built a powerful i9 PC, but that same spec in the Mac would be like more than double. Yeah, I can understand that. If you have time, tell me a small motivation advice to be consistent on creating content. A tip, I will keep your advice in front of me until I hit 10,000 subs. My piece of advice is to just start, because we can always dream up of things that we want to do. We can always dream up of goals that we want to hit. And we can always it's a part of us that will never run out, I would say. Our dreams, our goals, our aspirations. But we will never get there unless we start. So the more specific you are with your goal, that's good. You know you want to hit 10,000. Then be a little bit more specific. How do I get to 10,000? Then before you get to 10,000, you need to get to 5,000. How do you get to 5,000? I need to get to 100 first. So start there. Start getting those 100 subscribers. And as soon as, wait, am I still on? I think I'm still on. As soon as you hit those small goals, just keep going. So the more specific you are with your goals, the easier it is to navigate. And sooner or later, you'll get to the 10,000. But that will never happen unless you start. So that's my piece of advice. High fashion undercover. Craig, Michael, gotta run. I've got a 10:30 meeting. Thank you for hanging out, Craig. I really appreciate it. I should probably end this stream because I'm Like I said, I wasn't really prepared. And I need to figure out this thing, this overhead camera. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will probably keep the stream up. Maybe. Should I put this up? Like save it so that people can rewatch it? Or maybe just dump it? I mean, it wasn't intentional. Either way, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Thank you for hanging out with me, keeping me busy and keeping me company this morning. Yeah, fashion. Sorry, it's embarrassing. The camera is small because I wasn't planning to stream. It just happened. I turned it on because I was testing the stream. Christian says, I believe you can reach 100,000 subs next year, and I love these live streams where people can have a direct contact with. Thank you. I really want to connect more because it's hard to just show something and they don't know anything about you, right? My whole goal is to connect more with people. Then we can share ideas. Then we can share impressions. Then we can talk about things. I think you get more from interacting than just showing, right? So that's the goal next year. We'll see. Josh says this was enjoyable. I would come back. Thank you, Fashion. Yeah, sorry about that. There was another camera, but it shut off because it's me. Omar, save it. It will be great. Thanks to you. Okay, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to end this. Michael, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out. And for everyone else, Sangran, thank you for being here. And to Kyle, Bobby, the little camera box looks very aesthetic and very Michael. Thank you. See you guys. I'll see you soon. And watch out next, right after Christmas. I plan to do a stream, like a better stream, hopefully. Better than this. But thank you. I'll see you guys again pretty soon. Take care. Oh, and happy holidays.